A few years ago, B. Simone made some harsh remarks about working class men, men with jobs, right? It went viral all over the black internet. Nick Cannon himself was shocked. I'd like to play that clip and then I'm going to come back.
He can't have a 9 to 5.
What? Why not? You don't want him to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
So
like he can't clock in and clock out.
No.
Damn,
I
B.
think
Simone.
entrepreneurs should date entrepreneurs.
Okay, but still, there's people who have really good jobs with vocational skills. If he's a mechanic,
I'm sure, but no, you're not going to understand my lifestyle. You're not going to understand why I'm up at 3 a.m.
Damn, you making this harder for me. Okay, all right.
You know, he has to be an entrepreneur,
a business owner. He getting one of them stimulus packages from Donald Trump, one of them small business loans, and he ain't buying jewelry with it.
Or moving into that direction.
Yeah. All right.
So that's B. Simone, which really.
And that was a little bit of an older clip, but women watch women like her and they embody that message. And there lies the problem.
That is if you are stupid and if you don't clearly understand that you don't have to be
So what percentage of women you think that is?
If you don't have to be a CEO to not clock in and out. There are plenty of entrepreneurs and men who work for different companies who don't clock in and out, and they make a certain salary or whatever you want to call it, and they're not necessarily the CEO. So that's a lack of being around that crowd and understanding that, I feel. But also, too, she is a celebrity. We don't know who she's really ever been around. Mm-hmm. I get the entrepreneur. I personally like to date entrepreneurs as well.
See, that's out of pocket, though.
It ain't out of pocket.
Let me explain this real quick, because the women that listen to that could be a woman that's cooking dinners in her kitchen, making $1,000 a month, but she want to date a guy who done started Tesla. You see what I'm saying?
But I think you have to be what you have to be the epitome of what you seek, like they say. But B. Simone feels like she's that. She's an entrepreneur. I'm sure she makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. So she feels like I'm an entrepreneur and I got a taste. But I think she just doesn't understand that lifestyle can follow people that aren't entrepreneurs as well. I get it, but she just didn't word it right.
And also, they're saying in the chat, and I agree, just because you're an entrepreneur don't mean you rich, wealthy, or even financially stable at that. Yeah, just because you're self-employed. And I believe we like the first generation of ambitious Negroes that's going to find that out the hard way, some of us. You know, just because you can get you an LLC and find yourself indeed self-employed does not mean that you on the gravy train now. Exactly. So that's what I mean. Like, what's the parameter? Like, she like entrepreneurs with hustle. Like I said, that don't exactly mean that they got a bag and that they can go to Dubai, you know what I'm saying, twice a month.
But I think she's insane.
To me, when I hear the word entrepreneur, it makes my stomach, it makes me nervous. I don't like when you say that. To me, it means someone who doesn't have a 9 to 5, someone who is flying by the seat of their pants, someone who doesn't have a stable W-2. To me, that's how it comes across. To the younger generation, that's innovative. That's opportunistic. To me, it means I'm going to be broke if I deal with you. That's how it comes across to me.
He says, "Are we listening to a sister that says she takes a shower 4 days a week?" Yeah, this B. Simone woman. He said, "Trash." Yeah, she did say she only bathes once a week. And
once a week.
Yeah, I don't see how that's.
He said every 4 days. That's still
hell, every 4 days. That's once a week.
Oh my God.
Maybe every other week is 2 times a week.
Y'all got me stuttering. I didn't think ladies woke up without washing up. I definitely thought it was at least like a come on.
Some people are more on that natural tip.
She hotep. No pun intended.
Really, she infuriated almost every working class black man by saying that. Okay? So she's been on the hit list of brothers ever since. Now, B. Simone was on a podcast. I'm not sure where it was. It seems like she might have been in London. And B. Simone decided to speak about her recent trip to Nigeria.
Did you meet anyone in Nigeria?
Girl, them Nigerian men was scary. What do you mean they were scary?
They was a little aggressive.
Don't you like that?
I kind of did, but I was still scared.
Like it was like a roller coaster scared. Like
it was like you trying to get the green card. You trying to marry me so you can come to America, and I'm not doing that.
Oh, stop it. No, some of these Nigerian guys, they're caking it. I mean, they ain't got no visa.
That's what I'm saying.
But they got money.
No. See, I'm an auntie for real. I'm not doing all that. You want to do all that? Run the hell no.
No, but I love the Nigerian boys. I have a good time every time I go.
Oh, they
there.
so fine.
They so fine. The
Chocolate.
chocolates, good skin, one tone, one tone,
one tone. No hyperpigmentation.
You went to Nigeria, is what I was going to ask you.
I went to
Now, guys, I find this to be quite interesting. Some may ask, why is that interesting? Let me explain. You see, B. Simone went to Nigeria. Nothing is wrong with that. I've been to Nigeria. I love Nigeria. I would love to stay there and do my Pan-African dating show in Nigeria. Okay. So nothing is wrong with the great country of Nigeria. I love it very dearly. One of my best friends in the world is Nigerian. I'm pretty sure if most African Americans do their DNA, we will most likely come from that country, which is now called Nigeria. Okay. But she said something very interesting. Nigerian guys are very aggressive. It's like they want a green card. Okay. She liked it. She felt the guys were attractive. But they were very aggressive with her. Okay. What does that mean, B. Simone? It insinuates that the kind of men that you feel that you deserve, you cannot get those men. Therefore, the guys that you feel want to talk to you want a green card. Imagine Lori Harvey saying, I went to Nigeria and these guys are thirsty for a green card. Unless somebody is paying Lori Harvey to go to Nigeria, she's not going to go to Nigeria. B. Simone probably paid for herself to go to Nigeria. Want to know why? Because no man will pay for B. Simone to go to Nigeria.
So let's stop it right there. So she's meeting these men, these Nigerian men, and they're handsome and they're wealthy. What's her fear? Why wouldn't she want to marry this man? Why does she feel like, oh, you're going to get a green card and leave me? Why does she feel like that?
I mean, just because you feel like somebody is attractive doesn't mean that you want to date them. At least that's my mindset. You could think someone is attractive and it still not be a compatible situation. At least that's where my head goes.
That's true. I guess that's true, but she's making it seem like she's not even dating them. She's like, they're attractive. She absolutely loves the way they look, but she's saying they're too aggressive. She likes it, but she don't like it. This is the whole point of it.
So she's moving in scarcity. That's why I said deep down, she know what she qualified for.
Mm-hmm.
I get that she was just nervous, or just liking the attention, but not agreeing to what comes with the attention. It's just like if a bunch of groupies are on a guy, and it's like, yeah, but I got a wife at home. I'm not trying to really mess that up. You adore that, adoration or whatever, but you still keep it moving. At least that's what I heard.
I mean,
there's another flip of the coin, I'll say real quick, where she's like, look, I married this man. He's a wealthy, handsome Nigerian man. We in Lagos. It's cool. We get back over to America and we move to Atlanta. And now he see a 25-year-old woman look better. And he going to fall right for that because there's no real connection.
What you got, Bruce?
Mm-hmm.
Or Heathen Queen?
Oh, I didn't think she was married. There's a difference between wanting to have the affirmation of being a woman and getting hit on too much. We like the affirmation of being a woman. We like the affirmation of someone saying you're attractive, not seeking that attention out. But we also are nervous when it continues to happen and they're very aggressive with it. So she's probably saying that I like the fact that you think I'm attractive, but you touching me is too aggressive, or you in my face is too aggressive. And maybe that's the way she feels. I mean, she would be considered a preference. Maybe they get that kind of attention and it's unwanted. You know, maybe she is a star. They do have a private life, you know. They do want to have a private life, I guess. So maybe that's what she's saying. It's just too much too soon.
How old is B Simone? 40 what?
Thought she was in her 30s.
She might be 35, not sure.
Whoa. Look, come on, man. Ain't with her ain't no way. Like, what is B Simone looking for? Like, that's the thing. Like, she come up here talking what, like all these other women, they could come up here saying whatever they want. But what are they looking for? If somebody like B Simone is just looking for a companion, whatever the heck that means, it don't mean husband, then they could probably find these things if they act how they supposed to act. They act their face and they wage. Because here we go. B Simone is a celebrity or a star, whatever, however we want to think of it. She most likely in a position where she's going to have to pay to play for the guy that she likes. All the guys, is my understanding, she'd have been with a bunch of guys. I don't know much about her. Ain't she one of these champion 304s in this space or no?
I've never heard of her before. I've never heard of anything against her, or I've never heard of anybody she's dated. Who has she dated?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. That's why I asked.
No, I don't think so. I don't think B Simone is like loose or nothing like that. Right. She's just like very loud and wild and
right.
She's a mess. Yeah, she's like a comedian, I think. Don't no man want to date her. She's nearing towards her 40s, and she wants the guy
34. She's 34.
Nearing towards her 40s, and she wants the guy that these 20-year-old women want, and she's in the entertainment space, and she knows she can't keep. She won't settle. They refuse to settle. That's
did she say something about looks? I didn't hear. Did she say anything about looks specifically?
Yeah. She said skin the same tone, so she definitely into the superficial. She's talking about hyperpigmentation. I heard that much. So she okay. Yeah, I thought she had a podcast with some other chick like Mandy or something. Wasn't they real raunchy? Am I off base with this? Like what? So what's the deal? If she ain't been no 304, here's my thing. She in her 30s. She wants a man. Right. She got some kind of celebrity. How ain't she got no man? She over in the place where, like, that's why Gavin said she got to be moving in scarcity. Because if you so wanted and known, how don't you have a man if that's what you desire? And that's why we say single by choice is not by choice. Because if the man B Simone wanted, approached her and wanted a relationship, she would take it.
Did she say she wanted a man?
Yes, obviously she said.
She started off the interview on the Nick Cannon show saying she refused to date a man working a 9 to 5. That's the same woman. You got to be an entrepreneur. She can't date these men if you ain't highly successful. You got to look a certain way. That's the same woman. She's been saying the same interview. This is her.
Yeah, but I mean, some people can say that, but they may mean it maybe only can be on her terms. And if she wants a man only on her terms,
what does that mean? What does that mean?
Well, he has to fit into her lifestyle, not her.
That even makes sense. What kind of successful man gonna fit into a woman's lifestyle?
They should fit into each other's lifestyle.
Right. I mean,
no, a successful man, a woman has to fit into his lifestyle. That's where the problem lies.
Sometimes you can, but what if it works for both? Like sometimes it happens to where it works for both.
We ain't doing it sometimes. We're doing the vast majority, the 90+%. Where like, we know
how often are two entrepreneurs, if they're not in the same industry, like how often they're going to be in the same city? Like these, we got to understand. So especially whenever these A-list, B-list, C-list celebrities start talking, they be working in different cities a week, 3 different cities a week or so. So that's what we saying, and that's what me and Gavin mean. Like she got to fit into his schedule. Them trying to somehow coexist, and they both got big egos, as we know. That's why we say it's not gonna work. These sisters on that level of income and notoriety, the guy that got the same income and notoriety, that's not their equal.
But why wouldn't it work? She doesn't have any children. She seems to be beautiful.
Like I said, what's the chances they're gonna be in the same cities? Like I don't
know how much she really travels though. Like I don't know enough about B Simone to know if she travels once a week, twice a week, once every 2 weeks. Like I don't know what that looks like.
Right.
But I just think it's what we always say. People are at a point where they feel like romantically, if they don't get exactly what they want, which I think it's not even settling, it's compromising. You can't think a guy in his 30s is going to be at the same financial place as a, 70-year-old man, 50-year-old man, whatever. Like, you have to be realistic with dating. I don't think it's settling. I think it's just compromising. So when you reach that point, that's when you could really find something. Nobody gets everything they want. Unfortunately, I can't say that she's like that because I didn't listen long enough to really understand, like, is this just it? Like, is this her preference, her wish, but she still is willing to work with something else? I don't know.
Right.
But some women are just at that point where if I don't meet the person that's compatible with me, she's a bit young for that to me. I just feel like, it is what it is. I'd rather be single.
Right.
I think it's cap, man. I really do think those sisters like B Simone will take a regular guy, just how that one Braxton sister did, just how Mary J did. I know Mary J is super auntie, but I believe they'll take a regular guy.
A lot of those girls regretted that. They regretted that.
Yeah, they ain't doing that. They ain't taking no
They
regular.
regretted it. Was just Vivica Fox. They were talking bad about her, but she took care of-
I'm not. Yeah, I ain't saying they ain't gonna regret it. I said they'll take it. Not that they won't regret it.
No, they won't even take it nowadays because you got, Instagram is everything's online. They won't even sacrifice themselves like that.
Okay, listen, then there you.
What?
Here's the thing: we talk about compromise. Me and my wife got approached by this older couple today, and I think they said they was married for like 30 some years.
Right.
They ain't even 40. And I said, what's the secret? And they did say compromise, Crystal. But here we go.
Right.
All right, they was married for 30. That time to come and go home. We got these modern women, and from what we observe via single by choices, seriously, how many of them will we say are willing to compromise today? They call compromising and building together struggle love. I don't think
okay, you're mixing two things. When you say building together and compromising, those are two total different conversations. So merging them together will already split a lot of them.
in order to build, there's going to have to be some compromising.
Yeah, for sure. I think definitely there's going to have to be some compromising. But if you're not smart, you would be in a position of thinking that one person in this world has every single thing checked off that you need. Right. That's a person who's never been in love and who has never really experienced true relationships to say stuff like that. So I'm assuming these people are just saying that. And if so, that's their life. If you want to just have these, perfect body, perfect amount of income, perfect this, perfect that, then you'll be disappointed. But that's on them. A smart person will compromise and give up something for something else in order to get the experience.
It's my understanding that these sisters, especially like someone like B Simone, just to stay on topic here, like these sisters aren't going to settle for anything. They're in their selfish season. They're all about self-care. That's why I'm like they keep talking out both sides of their neck. So
are men willing to compromise too? Or does it have to be only the women?
No, men don't compromise. We take our best deal. We don't call it that. We don't compromise and we don't settle. We get
hold on, wait. I got a question with that. How don't men compromise? They compromise in business negotiations. They compromise in
relationships.
In a relationship, so it's never a time where there's give and take. You might really want something, but
I said this way: a man shouldn't say he compromised.
I don't know. I think that's just that's one of those things. Like a guy can't cry sometimes. I mean, I'll be crying all the time, but if somebody die, you can cry. Like, it's like we need
one
to stop.
Tear. Yeah, just one tear. One if somebody passed away, you get one tear allowance as a man. Just one lonely tear, Bruce.
So are we saying that is the missing ingredient, the respect and the compromise on both sides?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
But listen, here's what I'll say. I got compromise up here, the definition. It's an agreement or a settlement or dispute that is reached between each side, making a concession. All right. So
that's something that has to happen on both sides. Otherwise, a marriage will never last if it's not on both sides. There's no way that you can stay rigid with your compromises or stay rigid with what you want.
I agree with the definition of it. I think we redefine words nowadays. So when we hear words like compromise and submit and obey, you know, people get triggered. So yeah, what you got? What you got, Bruce? We'll get you in here. What's your take?
Man, hell, we all over the place, really. I mean, going back to the whole Nigerian thing, Nigerians operate totally different. And once a woman, in my opinion, once a woman figure that she's gonna lose her so-called freedom or whatever, compromise, you know, she panics, and when she gonna lose control, because like I say, Nigerians don't play like that. Just like Arabics, Mexicans, none of these other races play like that in these other countries. So, but all the other stuff we talking about, I don't know. I don't know, bro. It's way too many different things. We need to stay on one thing, I guess. It's hard to say, man. But
here's my thing. I think we jumping the gun. We going to parties compromise today. I think that's hilarious. Ain't nobody compromising is done.
That's why we have the problem we're having right now. Is because people don't want to compromise. People don't want to come from their corners. If you don't want to come, I always tell people, if the person doesn't want you the way you walk through the door, then it's never going to work. And with a person who walks through the door, I'm sorry. And when a person walks through the door, wait a minute, go ahead.
Well, listen, to the definition, we'll get you in here. But a compromise, like we said, is to settle a dispute by mutual concession. So if she tell you to take the garbage out, you say no, you tell her to take the garbage out. Neither one of y'all take the garbage out and just sit there. Y'all can agree that ain't nobody taking the garbage out. So
no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you don't agree, first of all, the first thing you have to do is to agree to accept the person for what they are and for what they bring into that relationship. If you walk into the relationship and you say, well, I want women like this and I don't compromise with women like this, then you're going to have a hard time keeping a marriage going. If a woman walks into the door and says he got to make 6 figures and he loses his job and she is ready to walk out the door, then that marriage is not going to last. We all have to compromise in relationships. But the first thing you have to do is accept that this person has flaws, accept that this person is not 100% of what you want, because we all don't get 100%.
Well, here's the thing: the root of compromising is the fact that there's a dispute or argument in the first place. So there lies the issue.
Or a difference of opinion. It could be a difference of opinion.
Yeah. Well, a lot of this got to do with a woman. You got to honor and respect this man and acknowledge him as head of the house, and there won't be so much disputing and arguing, compromising.
And there we go.
Hell, Gavin? What the?
Wait, no, there we go. Because back to B Simone and why we talk about compromising. Because will she find a guy that she's physically into that makes her income? That's what we got on this whole compromising thing. Because somebody gonna have to compromise with 2 bosses, 2.
It's not. Y'all are getting it wrong. Y'all are seeing it as this. Yes, there are going to be times where you have to give in. You have to know as a person your standards, what you will and what you won't compromise on. It shouldn't be a lot of those things. So if you go in with just a few things that you wouldn't compromise on, you should rarely, unfortunately, like Gavin was saying, have a situation where it's a lot of combative situations, because hopefully you've grown and learned each other enough to know the difference of politics or whatever it is.
Well, with a man, Crystal, it starts with respect. So a man's not going to compromise on his respect. You're not going to talk to a man any kind of way. There lies most of the issues.
Yeah, I don't think that's the same conversation, though. Of course, respect has to be first, you know.
Right. And you have to, when you walk into a relationship and she's calling you names, it's up to you to walk out the door. It's up to you to make that decision to walk. Just because you're attracted to her doesn't mean you sit there and you take it. A lot of men are attracted to the women that they're attracted to, and she talks crazy. So they take a lot of stuff from this woman because he's attracted to her. You have to tell her you're out the door if you talk like this. That's the problem. A lot of people compromise on things they shouldn't compromise on. That's one of the things that you shouldn't compromise on. That's a part of respect. when someone calls me the bitch off the bat, I know within a week or two, no, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not going to tolerate that. But a lot of people tolerate that because they're attracted, because they're willing to compromise on the wrong things. I'm willing to compromise with a man if he's a Republican and I'm a Democrat. I'm willing to compromise with a man if he says, well, I want you to work at home, but I really want to work outside the home. Can we compromise? I'm willing to compromise in those things.
Okay, now check this out. Now that makes sense. That makes sense to us normal folk. But again, like a person like B Simone who's working, I believe an instance with her compromise will be where you at this week and where I'm at. And if the man, that's what we said, like they got to settle this dispute. So if the man is like, hey, I really want to do this weekend. And again, we got to take their lifestyles into context. They are both entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs, if you're an entrepreneur, you know your time don't belong to you. You are dang near a slave to whatever you got going on. So stop the cap. So if she got to be in this city to make whatever a quick little, $5,000 on the view on the show, and to do like, no, I really want to do something just us this week. Those type of compromising. Now I want y'all really to sit here and think about that a modern woman today compromising on that level where she about to turn down a bag. And this dude trying to do something that don't involve a bag. Is she going to be willing to compromise?
And here's what I'll say real quick about to that whole thing is she wants the man that every woman wants, and she's not about to compromise on monogamy. That's the elephant in the room. She wants this man she wants a successful, tall, dark, and handsome man. She wants to be on the road, traveling, working for weeks out of the month, but she wants you to be monogamous.
Are you advocating the woman shouldn't expect monogamy because the man makes a certain amount of money?
Not from a successful man. You're dating. You're not even married.
Yeah, well, of course. But I'm saying if a woman is really into you, she's going to accept a lot of red flags. A lot of women will accept red flags. A lot of women will. Okay, so it cannot be that she's not gonna compromise so much that she's not gonna get a man, or she goes with all the red flags. She's got to be one or the other.
Well,
she can't be both.
It's a double-edged sword. She don't want to share and she don't want to compete, and it's whipping on her. She don't want to share, nor do she want to compete, but she wanted the man to stay loyal.
Yeah, but she will with the right man that she likes.
Let's talk about compromise. Here we go. I'm gonna jump on this compromise train. So today, a lot of men have to take into consideration that if they want an attractive melanated sister, that a good number of them is going to have to be stepfathers, right? We talked about this. I want to jump into this rabbit hole, but we've had this conversation.
Right
now, why can't these sisters like B Simone who want the top percentile man, why can't they come to realization like, oh, just how men that want an attractive black woman may have to be a stepfather? That's a heck of a compromise.
They do. The smart ones will. The smart ones will.
Okay.
You have like, what's her name? Who died? Anna Nicole Smith. You have a lot of people who get to a point where they like, look, looks ain't everything. I care more about, hopefully the man would say I care more about her character, and the woman would say I care more about his character. And when you get to that point, that's when compromising comes in to a certain extent.
But they don't care about character. They care about that high value status, income, gravitas, stuff like that. So like I said, they have to share. A lot of them have to share a man. That's going to be their compromise.
But we don't have to share a man.
You're not
let me give you super chats real quick. Ray says she said Martin Luther King wasn't great. Nothing she says afterwards is violent, plus her coup de grace thing.
That was her. That's what she did.
That's the woman that said, oh, Martin Luther King cheated on his woman. He's a dusty.
She said that's probably why he caught that bullet. Oh my goodness.
Did she go that far with it now?
Yes, she did. She said, yes, she did. I knew it was something.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ain't no good.
I don't like her.
Yeah, there we go.